I'm Daniel, and I'll be preaching my recommendations for the American Airlines Group. The American Airlines Group is one of the airline industry leaders. We're at the forefront of customers' needs for air travel. However, the American Airline Group has suffered tremendously due to COVID-19 and the halt of travel. The downfall of travel directly impacted the aviation industry as their services were simply not needed or allowed in certain countries. With the help of federal loans and grants, we were able to stay in business. The ongoing team effort of One Alliance has offered the much needed support to keep our planes in the air. This group is a combination of several small airlines under the wing of American Airlines Group. Today, we are just merely scraping by as our debt has more than doubled as we are not able to make a profit after our operating costs have been settled. We must implement new methods of leading into the industry by our company's history, opportunities, and strengths. The current vision statement of American Airlines Group states, focused on being the most affordable, trustworthy, and profitable airline across the globe. While this is direct to the point, it is not thorough enough to where the statement is clearly understood. The vision statement is also too generic. The company will then be a reflection of our current statement, and this will not allow us to grow into a company that we know we can be. Our full potential will only be met with a vision statement that correlates with our goals moving forward. I propose the vision statement to be the following. We aspire to be the customer's first choice in air travel through our unmatched quality of service. Now, this is a direct and confident approach to what we desire. The next step is to follow through with our statement with actions based on recommendations I have set forth. Our current mission statement says, to provide every citizen of the world with the best service of air travel to the extensive selection of destinations possible. While this statement is clear, it does not allow for a clear differentiation between the company and our competition. The current statement is great in showing the strengths of American Airlines, but that's about it, and it's not enough to gain the attention that we desire from our market segment. The mission statement that I have proposed creates a clear goal for our company to strive for, achieve, and implement. I propose we're revolutionizing the worldwide air travel industry by being one step ahead of our airline customers' needs, competition, and technology. Doing so by bridging the gap of traditional air services to a more inclusive business model where hospitality, sustainability, and transparency are sought for. By making sure that we are following all the components of a strong mission statement, we can be assured to be a step ahead of the competition. Our mission statement is focused on being a global powerhouse within the industry. Currently, we are falling short from this goal. Our company's culture needs to align with our mission statement so that our guests will receive the best service possible. We will achieve this by allowing our current leaders to be retrained and meet their full potential. Based on the external factors, it is clear that our company is not taking advantage of some important opportunities. Tourist travel is up 85% in the first half of 2022 in comparison to that of the first half in early 2021. Our company needs to take action by taking control of the market when opportunities such as these arise. At opportunities such as these, we can implement some incentives for potential consumers in our market. We need to be attractive to the market segment in order to maximize the amount of travelers we can operate. One of the more problematic threats that we're facing today is the increasing cost of jet fuel. We must stay competitive, so by raising the airfare to our customers may not be the right choice. We may see a pushback. For that reason, increasing the cost to our customers solely based on operating costs may not be feasible. Looking for alternatives such as investing in new technology to create jet fuels is a possibility that we must take action on. Investing today may allow for a market on new jet fuels to be controlled by our company. This investment would be at around $100 million, a small investment to have complete control of a new industry. Eliminating costs elsewhere or increasing overall revenue by implementing new sales is also an opportunity that American Airlines can pursue, such as cutting down on unneeded labor, contracts, and overspending. A combination of these will show to be most effective. The current business model being used is leading our company into debt faster than we can stop it. Revising the plan is what we must do. Based on the internal assessment, one of our company's most significant weaknesses is failing to capitalize on the large market share that we already have. American Airlines Group is successful based on our large market share of having a vast fleet and presence in the airline industry. We are the second biggest airline in the country with an income netting of $44.5 billion in 2020. However, we currently do not have a true competitive advantage that will vastly differentiate us from our competitors. It is important to realize that now before it's too late. Having competitive advantage is necessary to running a successful business. We want to be chosen as the aviation company of choice, not the one has the largest bargain. We are moving towards the right direction in the market by having the joint business known as One Alliance. With this group, we are able to better infiltrate the market and grow our name to potential buyers. We must help push our brand name into the sights of more potential customers. Once we have that attention, we will use our strengths to overcome some of the weaknesses our company may have. Customer feedback is often overlooked by our company, and that is something that we can't continue to do if we want to improve our business. It is a weakness that can be turned into a strength. With the existing transparency culture at American Airlines, we will put an emphasis on pushing this idea further. The passenger surveys that are already being sent out every 2 weeks will be just one of the many ways we can track our progress. We want the consumer to know that they're being heard and they are important to us. We as a company need to put our customers in the front row of our business practices, doing so by implementing or revising our current business plan. Of the alternative strategies, I established a strength and opportunity strategy to establish a business partnership with 5 local hotels and restaurants. With this partnerships, incomes will now be coming from sources not directly from the airline industry itself. This allows for a more diverse company and in return more revenue. While operating costs become higher due to fuel costs and other factors, the airline will still have income that will not be affected. This will allow for prices of flights and other amenities to not be affected, creating a competitive advantages when other companies will raise their price in order to take into account for these costs. By using the top 8% of recommendations gathered by quarterly surveys, our company will benefit greatly by putting our customers' guests and needs first. This will work by showing our guests that their opinions matter and that we are taking action. Our company will be in a much better position having our customers behind us. We will keep up with the latest trends in order to remain relevant, doing so by adding or removing promotions as time suits. Staying relevant is part of our plan to have our company take control of the airline industry. We need to be talked about weekly, and this needs to be a positive spotlight. Customers need to be interested in us and seek us rather than us to them. By having our customers talk about us before we even advertise to them, our sales will increase. Word of mouth marketing is still an important role of success to businesses today. We are no exception. By investing $200 million in marketing, customer loyalty programs, and incentives, our company will make the much needed noise to have our company in conversations. The overall goal is to become a household name. When customers talk about us, we want to be the Marriott of hotels, the Coca-Cola of soft drinks. We want to be heard. Based on the space matrix, American Airlines are not making a lot of noise. However, this isn't an entirely negative note, as there's potential to flip the script. Currently, we're on the brink of being competitive with the potential to be aggressive. We as a company are not a weak competitor at all. However, we're just not taking advantage of our current resources. We have the largest airline fleet and thousands of employees at our terminals around the world. Our size alone in terms of personnel is massive, with over 123,000 employees. This number carries thousands of influences, good and bad for our customers to see. Rather than have one culture, there's many. There's many different leaderships. that affect our company. Normally, this would be a great thing. However, if we want to push our culture to be one, we must have everyone on the same page. We're not moving forward as a company, and instead we're losing money in the process by not changing our business model. We are stuck, and with the recommendations that I will put forward, we will begin to reach more into the competitive stage. Doing so by creating a true and honest hospitality culture. While our services may be required for travel, we may be replaced by the competition in a heartbeat. Currently, our financial position is suffering due to debt to equity ratio. By fixing our debt, the company will be able to allocate the funds necessary to jumpstart the recommendations that are needed to be placed into action. United Airlines, our direct competitor, is more conservative in their business plan. They realize they're in a good position and have decided to just hang on and stand back where they're at. As our direct competitor, we must use the recommendations to push forward and pass the United Airlines to become the front runner. Our competition has slowed down, and this is our opportunity to take over. We can't stand back. Implementing these recommendations are vital to the success of American Airlines Group in order to have a more favorable position. By increasing our prices by only 1% per year, this will aid in other efforts of reducing debt. Consumers will not mind or notice the difference, as our company will be implementing new changes as part of our revised operating plan. Customers will notice the positive changes to the hospitality and feel that they're being well taken care of. This recommendation to raise prices slightly will help aid the burden of other recommendations that will require a cost. With thousands of flights per year, this will increase or create a large effect on overall revenue. Another recommendation is to invest $100 million in renewable jet fuel technology. This is vastly important as seen by the past months in rising fuel costs. By being more active in the sustainable efforts, we will be able to market these new changes and be more environmentally cautious. Moving forward, American Airlines will benefit in two ways. This trend is one that has been gaining popularity in the past years. Consumers are not talking about sustainability, and they're taking it into account when spending their money. These consumers want to know where their money is being spent. We must be the innovators in the industry, and as part of our goal to take control and lead the industry altogether. We have to stand out. Providing the same services as other companies will not help us. However, being different will. Following our customers, we must prioritize our largest aviation markets. These are China, USA, India. These account for the majority of flight paths. 65% of our personnel are here, and they must be shown the proper culture that we strive for. These recommendations will not be easy, nor will they come without a charge. Our total costs are estimated at around $648 million worth of capital needed to implement these recommendations in the next 3 years. American Airlines Group is a massive company within the airline industry with the potential to be the industry's front runner today. I recommend that the company take into account the industry trends based on guest recommendations. After all, they are the consumer spending millions of dollars every year to fly. This company needs to invest in creating passive income from non-airline companies. In the event of an airline industry struggle, this company will have the monetary resources needed to stay afloat and adapt. Based on previous events, the airline industry within the hospitality industry has shown to be an at will of the consumer. American Airlines must take over the industry based on these recommendations to be years ahead of the competition and to not fall into bankruptcy. Thank you.